or cough into a tissue or the inside of your elbow. Avoid contact with ill individuals. An ounce of prevention is worth a ton of cure. Download the free booklet at Scientology.org/stay well.
Now you did it. Are you completely insane? He's back. He, who must not be named. The man, the myth. The only guy in Ocala to eat his own weight in fried pickles. Twice. Now, you asked for it. Sorta. Live and in person. It's Tom Schmitz.
Welcome back to a Thursday edition of Ocala Talks with Tom Schmitz. Joining me in studio now, Joseph Martone.
What do you mean by saying I get all the answers wrong?
No, I said you get most of the answers wrong most of the time.
Okay, all right.
That's why I said don't fault Joe for not knowing his Black History Month questions.
Oh, no,
he doesn't know almost any of the questions.
I am like Einstein. I know a lot, but that's what reference books are for.
Right. Although,
nowadays, Google.
If I gave you a Disney quiz, you'd probably pass that in flying colors.
Most of the time. There are some things that are still out there that I get posts from Disney fanatics or whatever, and I didn't know that.
Well, we're going to talk about Disney here in a few minutes. But right now...
Now, I'm always Disneyland and Disney World, not the rest of them.
Not the Disney Company. Right.
Well, I know a lot about Disney Company, too.
Right. But you're not Disney Tokyo, Disney Paris.
No, I don't know much about those.
I want to talk about this story real quick. A federal judge late Tuesday, indefinitely. That means there's no end time, no end date, like we have in our marketing partnerships. There's no end date to this.
To be determined, or it's a TF till further notice.
Right. A federal judge late Tuesday indefinitely banned President Joe Biden and his administration from enforcing a moratorium on most deportations. U.S. District Judge Drew Tippett issued a preliminary injunction which argued that said the moratorium violated federal law and risked imposing additional cost on states if they didn't go through with the deportation. So,
well, we don't want to talk about waste of money. We don't want.
The judge said no. These deportations were already in. They were lawfully come about, and you can't say we're stopping them.
Yeah. No. And the latest I heard from our president is everyone is going to get a face mask. What a waste of taxpayers' dollars.
370 million face masks.
That's a waste of dollars. That's even if they were 10 cents a piece.
I got 4 of them. 2 of them are in the laundry right now. 2 of them are hanging up on my rearview mirror. I can get my own mask, Joe. I don't need them.
Not from him. Not from the government.
I'm not talking to you right now, Joe Martone. I'm talking to Joe, President Joe.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's a waste of money.
It is.
And then.
No, and then.
No. When he does it, that one's too big. Oh, it's too small. It's the wrong color.
Stop it.
You have offended me.
Right. Well, yeah, of course.
So it's like, no, forget about it. Forget about it. So it's not.
So did you see that in this 1.9 trillion bill that's going to give us the $1,400 stimulus checks?
Yeah.
That in that bill, there's a $21,000 per federal employee earmark where they get $21,000 instead of $1,400.
2,100, you mean?
No, 21,000.
No, you mean 2,100.
No, 21,000.
What's wrong with this picture?
Federal employees get it.
What's wrong with this picture?
Not all federal employees. Just there's a group.
The congressman and.
But we don't get it.
No.
Did you know that there's $120 million going to Nancy Pelosi's district to help with transportation? And she says, when somebody asks her, how's that COVID relief? She goes, well, people who are sick with COVID that don't have cars need the ability to get to and from the hospital. That's the kind of bullshit stuff.
Woo!
Ooh, that was close.
Bull hockey.
That they're attaching to this bill.
We'll go with bull chips.
I love it. I hope they keep doing it, to be honest with you.
Why?
If they keep doing this frivolous BS
okay,
and attaching all this unwarranted money, like the gender, identification for Pakistan.
What do they call that? What do they call that when you attach something to a bill that's not really part of the bill?
You attach a rider to it.
No, it's another.
Yeah, but
pork. You
attach pork to a bill.
Yeah, there's another. You're writing on the shirt tail of the bill. There's another thing. There's another word for it. I can't think of.
Well, while you're thinking, let's take a phone call.
Okay.
Good morning, caller.
No, we hung up.
Yeah,
you took too long.
No, here it is.
Okay.
Good morning. You're on Ocala Talks.
Hey, good morning, Tom. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Mark, I can hear you.
Hey, that's Big Bad Mark.
Yeah. Hey, Joe. How are you, brother?
Hey, it's another beautiful day.
I wanted to thank you both. I'm currently in line at the His Compassion Church, and they are helping tons of people out here. And I wouldn't have known about it, Joe and Tom, without your devotion to the community. And I wanted to thank you. Also, Tom, thank you, Joe. And I wanted to share with you, Tom, not to get too upset, but about 15 years ago, I was working at the nuclear power plant at St. Lucie, and I read a coworker of mine read an article about the Americans were giving money to farmers in Ceylon, Sri Lanka, actually, so each person could have a cow. And he said, that's so ridiculous. It's about like your Pakistan story. But in fact, what it is, it was fighting the local insurgents, and that's how the Americans do it overseas. Is we give money to people to keep the other people, to keep our people that are pro-Western, pro-American on the right track. Unfortunately, that includes the gender reassignment thing or whatever that was in Pakistan. I don't give a darn about any of that, but I do care about my country. And that's how the Americans fight terrorism, believe it or not.
Well,
once you get overseas, and you see things, Tom.
I understand what you're saying, Mark, but a lot of the pork that gets attached to some of these bills are just to appease the people in the districts that they're in so that they can then get reelected back to their full-time job, which is politicians. That's where I have a problem.
Well, and Tom, we both know that. We're both bright guys, and we both we have different interpretations probably, but even your Lockheed Martin program is an example of what you're talking about, the apprenticeship thing. And I'm all for that. I might be a declared progressive, but I'm all for apprenticeship programs, of course. And a part of Lockheed Martin is represented by organized labor. So I support them either way because they're a big American company. But I wanted to thank you both for being there and for letting the community know this is a very legitimate deal they've got here. And one more thing, Joe,
yes,
if
sir.
you could let the veterans know, they are giving the COVID shot in Gainesville at the VA, and the restrictions or the guidelines, Joe, are a little bit more relaxed than what we've got. Thank you, ma'am. Than in Marion County. You don't have to meet the age criteria 65 if you're in the VA system. There's some other work stipulations if you're considered essential personnel. It's a pretty wide list, Joe.
Oh yeah.
And they ran that like a sewing machine up there. It was on Saturday. So if any of the veterans are still listening, if you could look at South Georgia for Big Tom Schmitz there, but South Georgia and North Florida VA. And then COVID and
I've got that number. I've got that number marked. I can give everyone that's for the Gainesville. I myself am getting my shot this Saturday at 11:30 here in Ocala.
Okay.
So yeah, it's working. The system's working. You have to be patient because, like anything else, it's allocated. The serum is allocated for areas, and hey.
For a lot of people, Joe, we would both agree, even though I was just a Marine. But no. On a Navy ship.
I like that. Just a Marine.
Joe,
no. You're my cousin.
I'm willing to admit we're a little slow, but we're all hard. I just not a lot. Hey, not a lot of mind. We don't mind, but I think people don't realize. Joe Martell knows this, and Tom would know it intuitively. But you get on a shift, you're going to be in line for anything that you think that you need. That includes waiting till 3 o'clock in the morning to relieve yourself because there's no doors on the, as the Marines would say, on the I won't say what they say. But
The head. We'll just call it the head. Yeah.
The latrine.
The head. It's called the head. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless. Thank you, man.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, thank you,
Mark,
Mark.
thanks for the call, pal.
You're serving. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
Mark, thanks for the call.
All right, very good.
Yeah. Mark's a good caller.
Yeah, he's good. And he's out there with his compassion. And I didn't want to interrupt him because he was on a roll, but when he says this is a legit nonprofit that's helping, and that is what I watch, because as a radio station owner, I get a lot of calls. We're nonprofit. Well, and how much is your CEO making?
Hold on, let me call you.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Hey, Joe, this is Tom.
Hi, Tom.
I own Brick City Creative Group. And I'm a nonprofit.
Well, not because you're not making any money.
Okay, never mind.
No, you don't qualify. You don't qualify. Different kind of nonprofit.
Yeah, but your point's well taken. There are nonprofits out there that are making huge profits,
Oh.
and then they're not giving them to the people that they're supposed to be going to.
Yeah, I won't.
They're calling
say
it
who.
administration cost.
Well, yeah, that's a lot of baloney.
Right.
And, but there's good nonprofits out there, and that's what I try to align WOCA with, because our listeners trust us, and because of that, I try to do the best I can.
Good morning. Let me answer the phone first.
Oh, you're going to answer the phone?
Yeah,
sure. Say good morning to someone
good
on
morning.
the phone.
You're on with Ocala Talks.
Good morning, Joe and Tom.
Hey,
The
Sonny.
only thing I can say is that this is not Pelosi's first rodeo. I can remember when Cliff Stearns was our representative here, and he brought back $8 million to his district and was out front with it. And at the same time, Pelosi brought back $280 million to her district. Well, maybe that's because of the economies in the different districts. But the point of the matter, of $50 million of that $280 million, and this can be proven, went to a 4-block area in her district, which happened to be owned by her husband and her brother-in-law.
Oops.
When are they going to ever catch up with this fraud?
Well,
is what I'd like to know.
Sonny, that's a good question. Thanks for the call.
Wow.
That's the problem in Washington, and it's on both sides, by the way. Okay, it's not just the Democrats that are doing it. It's on both sides.
What agitates the heck out of me, you have a bill, and then you have all these, as you said, attachments to it. No, it's for COVID, not for a bus, not for this. Well, it can be. Well, no, it can be, or it is.
According to Reuters, they say only 9% of this bill is actually COVID relief.
There you go.
9%.
There you go.
Talking about nonprofits taking advantage.
Well, they didn't ask my opinion, so.
Joe.
Yes, sir.
Disney World.
Disney World is up to
October 1st, 1971.
the day it opened, yeah.
What's that mean this October 1st is?
It's going to be the 50th anniversary.
And Disney World is ready to go.
And it's going to be not for 12 months, but for 18 months.
It's going to be coined as the most magical celebration. The 18-month event kicks off on October 1st.
Yes.
Magic Kingdom Cinderella Castle will get some golden filigree on its parapets and spires.
Permanently.
At night, the castle will shimmer with pixie dust.
Yeah, that's going to be cool to look at.
The Tree of Life at Disney's Animal Kingdom will have fireflies inhabiting it. The Twilight Zone Tower of Terror at Disney's Hollywood Studios
going to change a lot,
will get its own yet-to-be-disclosed enhancement. They're still keeping that under the hat.
Yeah.
And Spaceship Earth at Epcot will have new lights that shine out the reflective panels that will resemble the night sky.
That's
But they're not
done.
the only people getting makeovers.
Tell me more.
Mickey and Minnie are also getting new looks for the summer.
Oh, yeah, I like the gold shoes. Oh,
In a
yeah.
TikTok video, Disney revealed the new outfits both characters will be sporting. Disney reopened in July of last year after having closed in March because of the pandemic. It's currently operating at 35% capacity.
Yeah.
Disney brought back park hopping. There are some
restrictions
to the way it works. Safety protocols are still in place at the park, which includes mask wearing, social distancing, and dividers on attractions and monorails. The House of Mouse said that more details will be revealed over the coming months as it prepares for its big celebration.
Yeah, when you go to Park Hop, if you're in, let's say you're in the Magic Kingdom, which is a hard thing to hop from. If I'm not mistaken, there's no.
You can hop. No, you can hop from the Magic Kingdom.
You
to
didn't let me
Epcot.
finish. There's no. I'm having a Tom moment here. Gondolas. There we go.
Yeah, the gondolas.
They don't go to the Magic Kingdom. But they don't go to the Magic Kingdom. They go from Epcot. They go to the Hollywood, but they don't go to Magic Kingdom.
What does it?
The gondolas on the wire.
No, they don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
They go.
But I'll use that for an example. Let's say we'll do the easy one. Let's say you're at the Hollywood and you want to go to Epcot and you want to go on a gondolas to get there. Well, before you leave Hollywood, you get on your phone with the app and you say, I want to hop to. Then they'll tell you if you can hop to. Because once you leave that park, you can't just turn around and go back.
You have to ask to be let back in, and make sure that the numbers are accordingly.
Right, because when you go out, that computer already says, because you wear the band or whatever.
Family gone.
Family gone.
in.
Now family in. Oh, I want to go back. Oh, well, we're sorry. You cannot come because you left. So you have to get the okay to get into the other park. Then they say, okay, we're ready for you. You have 1 hour to get here. And usually it's an hour.
Right, and that's easy enough to get there.
Yeah, even let's say you're at, I wouldn't say it. If you're at the Magic Kingdom and you're ready to walk out that door, it can take an hour to get to the other place sometimes.
Epcot takes about 35, 40 minutes.
Right.
And that's strictly on the monorail.
Yeah, you go to monorail.
Yeah, if you walk out the Magic Kingdom and you got an hour to get to Hollywood Studios, because you got to take the monorail to tickets and transportation, or you got to take the monorail to
or get in your car.
Yeah, but still, ticket and transportation, now you got to get to your car.
Yeah.
That's a 30-minute endeavor.
There you go. So, yeah, an hour's cutting it close. Yeah.
It is. But I'm just glad they're doing the 50th year celebration.
Yeah, I was there on the 25th when the castle was a cake.
Yeah, it was a big cake.
Well, I did it in October, I think it was, or a little before. In other words, it wasn't officially open for that.
Right.
But, Disney doesn't do it overnight. It takes a month and a half, maybe 2, to get it up and running. So I got there like halfway through. So all the shows were already running. The castle was already done. And so I got to see all that without the real hoopla, as they say.
I was there October 1st.
So I must have been in August, I think.
I was there October 1st. It was 1996, I believe. Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Exactly. I got it as a 30th birthday present.
It was 96, yeah. That's when I went.
And so I got it as a 30th birthday present, and it was fantastic.
And it was packed.
Yeah. You know what I came across the other day in going through some of my mother's things that after she passed? Disney bucks.
Oh, are those valid anymore? Or are they
I don't
just
know,
collected?
but I got a $10 and a $5 and a $1.
Somewhere in my archives, I've got a couple of the kids and my own, I think. They used to have the passes that were long.
Oh, yeah.
And they
were
rip off the
paper,
bottom.
And they would rip the bottom off. Yeah.
And your picture was on it.
Yep.
And those are supposed to be good forever.
Right.
So I got a pass.
As long as you have a day left, they were supposed to honor it forever.
Forever. So I had a day left. So I'm wondering, can I use this now?
I'm sure you can.
It's prorated too, and you have to pay extra.
I would not think so.
I don't think so either. But
because I know that I went to Disney, and I didn't realize they were collectible at the time. This was probably 20 years ago. I went to Disney, and I had 2 unused ticket books that still had A tickets, B tickets, C tickets, D tickets, E tickets. Had 1 E, 2 Ds, 3 Cs, 4 Bs.
That's worth
and 5
more
As.
money to sell it on eBay than it is.
I didn't realize that at the time. Because now one of those, if you have an unused ticket book that's got all the tickets in it, they go on eBay for $4,000 or $5,000.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I had 2 of them.
I don't have one of those.
I had 2 of them. I took them to Disney. And I said, can I use these towards purchasing a pass to get in for the day?
Oh, yeah.
And because you paid $20 to buy one of those ticket books,
It doesn't matter.
they gave me $40 credit towards a ticket. At the time, tickets were like $68 or something.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I paid $28 to get to Disney World.
Oh,
that
yeah.
day. But having no idea, I just gave away about $10,000 in collections.
Yeah. Now I have I guess you call from Disneyland 1971. still folded nice and clean and everything. The what do you call it? The tour book or the tour pamphlet.
Right.
When you walk, I still have that crisp as and I still have
good.
it in my archives.
But I'm looking forward to the 50th anniversary of Disney World.
Yeah.
Changing the landscape of Florida. It didn't just change the landscape of Orlando.
Oh no!
It changed the landscape of
but
Florida.
They did, of course, the Magic Kingdom is the centerpiece of Walt Disney World. But Epcot's changed over, and we'll go back to the Disney Magic Kingdom. They're saying Tron should be open.
Right. You know what the Magic Kingdom did, the effects of the Magic Kingdom when it opened in 71? Do you know what it cost?
How much it cost?
No, what it caused.
Besides traffic jams?
The eventual closure of Six Gun Territory.
Oh, yes.
Here in Ocala.
Oh, yeah.
The shuffle to a second-tier amusement attraction of Silver Springs. Because at the time, before Disney opened in 1971, the premier tourist attraction in the entire state of Florida
was
Silver Springs, Florida.
Silver Springs Park?
Silver Springs Park. And Six Gun Territory was widely. It was Six Gun Territory. If you've never been to Six Gun Territory, Joe, because you weren't living here then, I'll give you a fine example.
I was to a sister's park up in North Carolina.
Maggie Valley or Tweetsie Railroad. Either one of those.
No, they're both there. They're still there.
Well, Tweetsie's in Blowing Rock, and Maggie Valley's in Maggie Valley.
No, that's Ghost Town in the Sky.
Ghost Town in the Sky, in Maggie Valley.
Now, that's got sold 5 times or something, and it's up for sale again.
Tweetsie Railroad and Ghost Town in the Sky were the North Carolina versions of
they were
Six Gun
connected.
Territory. Right.
The people that worked here in the wintertime, and then in the summertime, they went over there and worked.
And one of the locomotives from Six Gun Territory is still at Tweetsie Railroad in Blowing Rock right now.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I've never went in the Tweetsie one. I've driven by there. I've never been in it, but of course, the one that's in Maggie Valley, which is Ghost Town in the Sky, which is on the top of a mountain.
It is.
You take a chairlift,
you take a chairlift, or you can take the tram.
I guess
tram in, but the chairlift. That's fun taking that chairlift.
I've been going down, not up, with the chairlift, but yeah.
I went both ways on the chairlift. It's fun time.
That's exciting.
And then you got the swing that swings you off the side of the mountain. Oh, yeah, good time.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I want to thank all my guests today, my callers today, and all you out there in the listening audience. Without you, this program wouldn't be possible. We'll see you back here, same time tomorrow. WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3